This is Psalm chapter 62, verse 4. It says, "They only consult to cast him down from his excellency. They delight in lies." Right now, the scripture tells us that ultimately, the wicked are estranged from the womb.
Mm-hmm.
Right, they go astray as soon as they be born, speaking lies.
Mm-hmm.
Right, and who is that talking about, man? Esau, Edom, so-called white man,
Mm-hmm.
and he does nothing but lie. All right, look at how he dealt with Gad. All right, agreed to all these treaties. Okay, and when all was said and done, because hey, from the start, war was in his heart, man,
Mm-hmm.
and he took down Gad through his lies, through his deception, all right, through the sword. You see, so they seek to cast Jake down from the excellency,
Mm-hmm.
and going into excellency, it's the Hebrew word sha'af. It says elevation, exaltation, dignity, swelling, uprising. Dignity, exaltation, loftiness, swelling, uprising. So, simply put, man, a Esau, Edom, so-called white man, seeks to keep you, all right, low,
Yeah.
all right, and truly, all right, he seeks to keep you from the knowledge of you knowing that you're an Israelite, man.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
Mm-hmm.
it says they bless with their mouth, but they curse inwardly. Say la. So they might come to you all humble. Hey, how you doing, buddy? It's good to have you around, right? But in their mind, what are they saying about you? Oh, this fucking nigger.
Yep.
What does he think he's doing here at this college, at this job, so on and so forth?
Mm-hmm.
Because that's how Esau looks at Jake, man.
Yep.
You know?
Yep. That, like with that DEI stuff, they think that just because of your skin color, you should have a position. No, what that is, you are equally, if not more, qualified than the so-called white man for a position, and you want the opportunity, the same opportunity. And we noticed there was a study done not too long ago where a so-called black man with a master's degree and no felony, okay, would lose out to a so-called white man who had a GED, okay, and had a criminal record for a management position. The guy that what was the guy we used to listen to on Sirius XM? Joe Madison.
Joe Madison.
Yeah, yeah. He brought that out. Okay, but when can you read that scripture again?
Psalm 62.
Yeah.
Yep, Psalm 62 and 4. They only consult to cast him down from his excellency. They delight in lies. They bless with their mouth, but they curse inwardly. Selah.
Okay, now when I hear that scripture, what that makes me think of is all the inventions Jake was responsible for, and they took credit. Okay? They took credit. You starting to find out about everything that was built in this country. Jake was at the head of it. The most recent one was Jack Daniels. They finally had to admit, the liquor. It was a Jake who made that. But
Jake was probably in hell when they made that liquor too.
yeah,
Cause that liquor that like the scripture say gives strong drink unto him which is ready to perish, and that liquor it kind of help mellow things out.
yep.
So hey, that was just a side note. Jake probably made it while he was going through hell.
Well, I think never mind, because it was seemed like he was in slavery or something like that, or I forget the time frame.
Okay.
I can look it up.
Okay.
But I remember something, like I said, I remember that. And there's another name that comes to mind that's slipping me right now.
They said Thomas Edison invented the light bulb.
Yeah, there's a lot.
No, it was Latimer. he did the filament. That shell didn't mean nothing without the filament.
Well, when you look up, the all the inventions, you could do, you could definitely look up 100 black inventions in America. I think it was one that I came across. And then, but then you find that there was a patent company, the patent company created. So then, again, going into these laws and licenses, you have to go through them for everything. So then they create these patents companies. You then send your patents through. They tell you it takes a certain amount of time for you to actually get recognized or get accepted, but then you turn around and it comes out, they did, as if they invented it.
Yep.
So
Yep.
they pretty much, in other words, they still,
Yeah.
they still kill,
Yeah.
destroy. They're gonna fall in some category when you deal with Esau Edom.
Yeah, because the whole time your application for the patent is being processed, they copying it
Mm-hmm.
and say, "Oh, it was us." So, but yeah, that's this devil that we deal with, you know. And this is recent history too, you know. Put you in an asylum because you applied for college. Man.
Another precept.
Yeah, brother.
This is Ezekiel chapter 35 and verse 5. It says, because thou hast had a perpetual hatred and hast shed the blood of the children of Israel by the force of the sword in the time of their calamity and the time of their iniquity had an end. You see, and there is multiple demonstrations throughout history in which Esau Edom, the so-called white man, has shown his perpetual hatred, which is another word for perpetual as everlasting. All right, the ways he's shown his perpetual hatred towards you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. All right, it doesn't have to be just gunning you down, all right, and beating you to death, which that's the main way he's shown his perpetual hatred.
Yep.
But simply putting a man, Jake Man, in a mental asylum just because he wants to further his education, that's simply filled off of hatred, man.
Yep.
You know?
Yep.
And that's the spirit that Esau Edom, the so-called white man, harbors towards you Jakes. Are you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans?
Yep.
It says, verse 6, therefore, as I live, saith the Lord power, behold, it says, I will prepare thee unto blood. And I'll, for some reason, I always get ready to hear the word behold after that. But it says, therefore, as I live, saith the Lord power, I will prepare thee unto blood, and blood shall pursue thee. Sith thou hast not hated blood, even blood shall pursue thee. So simply put, man, hey, the Lord, he's getting ready to make Esau reap what he has sown. All right, Esau, he's done all this killing, all this bloodshed, all this murder, all this wickedness, and the Lord is getting ready to return it back upon his own head, man. You know?
Yep. This is the book of Colossians, just to back you up. Real simple. Book of Colossians, chapter 3, verse 25, and it reads, but he that doeth wrong shall receive for the wrong which he hath done, and there is no respect of persons. Okay? So, you know, just like the only thing that the difference is, your judgment isn't expedient, Esau Edom, because he's saving you unto the day of wrath. But it is surely come. It will not tarry. Okay? And there's no respect of person. Because the thing is, like we talked about earlier, the Lord deals with not only nations, the posterity of nations. So if you descend from that, so when I say that, I'm talking about all of you that are alive today that benefited from Esau's wicked system. You are equally responsible. You will equally pay, as we had to. All right, because what did the scriptures say? He will visit the iniquities of the father upon the third and fourth generation. Okay, so you got to pay, and as the scriptures say, according to Revelations 18, 5 and 6, you will be in that payment or that recompense twice as long and twice as hard. All right.
And because on a deeper level, man, you are your forefathers, your ancestors coming back.
God.
You know?
God.
So you can say all this, oh, I didn't have anything to do with it. That was my ancestors generations ago. But the Lord ain't hearing that, man.
No. Well,
you know?
What did he say? Isaiah 14 and 21. Prepare a slaughter for his children, for the iniquity of their fathers. Okay? That's what he said with that. All right? All right, so with that, we hope this lesson was edifying to the elect body of the nation of Israel. Once again, I'm going to give all praises, glory, and honor to
Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Chakudash.
Double honors to our apostles and elders of Great Millstone who rule well in teaching us this 100% truth. Salutations to them and our fellow Akim who live on this truth week in and week out on the highways and byways. Also, salutations to the hopeful elect of the scattered 12 tribes of Israel, scattered to the four corners of the earth, that be likened to the speckled bird, also known as your Israelite foreigners, and so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. To you, we say Shalom.
Shalom.
Kwam Yasharala.
Kwam Yasharala.
Abba Babal.
Abba Babal.
Oh.